Hello, hello, beautiful soul. Welcome to Calling You to Joy podcast. Today, we're going to focus on gifting ourselves a fresh start. And here's the beautiful deal moment by moment, you have that opportunity for new beginnings, for a fresh start. I'm going to give you a tool, self-hypnosis tool. I call it the sigh breath, and we're going to associate positive feelings with it. But before we get into that, let's just start with some life-changing premises that inherent within you. You desire to feel good. It's built in. And this is really good to know that you want to feel good, that you like being happy, that you like feeling engaged and connected and alive. You like those feelings of well-being, and you're guided to that. It's part of who you are. We've been gifted the gift of what we label as negative emotions. And the beautiful deal is these negative emotions are our blessing when we allow them to be. So that if you're getting too close to a hot wood stove, it is good information to start to feel burning and heat. That guides you to back away from that dangerous. When you're crossing a street and a car comes out of nowhere super fast, you know from life experience you need to get out of the way. And so fear can give you that adrenaline. It can give you that energy, and it can guide you to the knowledge of I get out of the way of fast moving objects that are bigger than me. And that is beautiful, but negative emotion was never, ever supposed to take residence up in your body, that you weren't supposed to hold on to it for a rainy day or to keep you safe. It is available, instant, on tap. But sometimes it is not guiding you to get out of the way of danger. Oftentimes, it is guiding you to the soothing and the comfort and the relief. Like you're at a party and you start to notice that other people are laughing and talking, and maybe you're in a corner all alone and you can start to feel anxious and fearful. Well, it's not guiding you necessarily to flee, but to thoughts that bring soothing and comfort and relief. So that maybe you go to a thought of, other people like me. I am likable, and you remember people that like you. Or you feel you give yourself soothing and comfort and relief, reminding yourself, "Well, I'm not gonna die. This isn't life-threatening." Or you go to thoughts that just remind you of how you have gotten outside your comfort zone and had a good time with others. So that the fears can guide us to the comfort, the soothing, and the relief. And what we're going to do with this self hypnosis tool, I call the sigh breath, we're going to start to attach positive feelings as I guide you into a hypnosis meditation so that you can come back to those feelings of feeling safe. Years ago, I suffered from panic attacks, and it it felt sometimes that it just came out of nowhere, but I was triggered by beliefs that didn't bless or serve me, beliefs that made me feel unsafe, beliefs that made me feel less than, beliefs that other people had it all together and all figured out. So different situations would trigger me, and I could go into this full-blown panic attack. But when I started to get and understand that it was my own beliefs and those awful negative feelings that was attracting even more awful beliefs, things started to turn around for me. I remember this minister, Jack Boland, waking me up to how my negative emotions were attacking me in so many different ways. He he gave examples of how our thoughts could physically attack us, how they could mentally violate us. And my feelings back then were that intense. And so when I started to get that my thoughts and from those thoughts evoked negative feelings, how by being my friend, showing up for myself moment by moment, I could turn things around. And that's what the self-hypnosis tool is about, to help you to let go of feeding those negative thoughts, to show up for yourself and give them the soothing and the comfort, the relief, or the higher perspectives. Because when we freeze up, that doesn't do us any good. When we go to that place of we're crossing that street and we kind of fear and we train ourselves up to add more anxiety to that fear, then following that wisdom, it's hard to find or to access to take those steps. That feeling centered and peaceful serve and bless you, that we don't have to wait until the perfect conditions or everything lines up to give ourselves that feeling of well-being and peace, because that's where we connect up with source, universe, God. That's where we can act on the clarity and the wisdom and take the inspired actions. And that could be just moving out of the way, backing away from danger, or just giving ourselves perspective. So join in with me. Take a beautiful deep sigh breath. I like to breathe in through my nose and then exhale out through the nose or the mouth. Let the sound of my voice settle the body, relax the mind. Whether you're sitting up or laying down, give yourself permission to take advantage of each now moment, so that just because you feel mad at yourself or mad at someone else doesn't mean that you should feed that train of thought. You want to give yourself soothing and comfort and relief. You want to guide yourself to where the clarity, the knowledge, the inspiration, the comfort, the optimism, the hope, the positive perspectives live. You want to connect up with that higher energy, whether you call it the love energy, Allah, source, great spirit, divine energy, angelic beings, fairies of the universe. It's a feeling and it feels good. Let's keep taking those beautiful sigh breaths and feel this willingness. I'm willing to live in that space that blesses my life, that takes you away from the blame and the judgment towards others and yourself. That just zaps our energy. Years ago, when I was having those panic attacks, I often lived in a place of fear until I started to get and understand that my negative emotions were guiding me, that fear was guiding me to thoughts that made me feel safe, protected, that made me feel like my loved ones were safe and protected. it guided me to thoughts that gave me hope and optimism and flooded me with possibilities. And just keep taking those beautiful sigh breaths and be willing. Be willing to see things from a perspective that gives you those good feelings, that can bring comfort into the body. Keep taking those beautiful sigh breaths and imagining this river of light filled with infinite, unconditional love, total acceptance for who you are. You weren't supposed to be perfect. You're not supposed to have it all together. You're just a human. And feel that sense of relief and freedom. You didn't come to fix and change others or to prove yourself. But the beautiful deal is when we take advantage moment by moment, those new now moments where you remember it's okay if you're having a negative thought or feeling. It's okay. That it's guidance, it's a good thing. More and more to meet those opportunities with curiosity, with an openness, a willingness, a receptivity to feel good because you came to enjoy life, that you want to feel aliveness and zest and curiosity, that you want to be able to utilize your mind and your body. And the beautiful deal is it's normal to have what we label as failures and mistakes as we figure things out, as we find our way, as we learn. Keep taking those beautiful breaths and just feel this willingness. I'm willing to feel good. I'm willing to meet every single negative thought or feeling with a sigh breath, imagining that beautiful life energy, the breath as it comes in, imagine, feel it. It's like opening up your whole being to the love, to the light, to the softness. That it is normal that you don't have everything together. You don't have it all figured out. It is normal that you have challenges, issues, problems. It is so normal that you have experienced, it's like death or loss, lack. So normal, so human. But be willing to breathe in this energy of just lightness, softness, peace, comfort, freedom. Be willing. Every time you become aware, whether it's in your body, whether it's the beginning of a negative thought or the thoughts have gained momentum and feel intense, be willing to take this beautiful sigh breath and meet it with a softer, lighter energy so that feelings of panic can feel softer and lighter, that they can feel more loose within your body, within your mind, that it can take incremental steps to move up. That often, I remember in the past, I had negative, intense thoughts. And instead of shunning them or going to blame or judgment, I allowed myself to just even recognize them, to let it be okay that I had them, to not make it such a big deal, so that I would furiously write them down and then put them in the wood stove to let go and burn. And then I started to show up for myself more and more. Oftentimes, it was just by going to this energy of love, going to this thought that there's this higher power, what I called God, there for me. I had had spiritual experiences, angelic experiences as a child. So for me, this thought carried weight and meaning. And I didn't have the sigh breath back then, but I would turn to those thoughts. that belief in a higher power, looking out after me, surrounding me, loving me, there with the solutions and the clarity and the support and the knowledge and the answers. And it gave me such comfort and such relief. And feel this willingness. I am willing to just turn to this beautiful, joyful energy, this energy that you don't even have to get or understand, but you can feel. It feels good. Keep taking those beautiful, deep sigh breaths and feel yourself let go, let go, let go. Let the sound of my voice relax the body, still the mind. Imagine using this sigh breath when you wake up in the morning. Willing, instead of feeding those old trains of thought of this problem or that problem, be willing to go to thoughts of appreciation, be willing to see things differently again and again, because feeling good is powerful. Going to a place of feeling taken care of, feeling safe, feeling protected, feeling optimistic, feeling hopeful is going to tap you in to that powerful energy where your solutions live, where the answers are already there, where your desires are already manifested in energy. And keep taking those beautiful breaths and be willing to feel good, willing to take advantage of those new moments. So you have a negative thought? So what? Welcome to the human race. You're in good company. You're supposed to have negative thoughts, but you weren't supposed to take up residence or live there. You weren't supposed to hold on to those negative feelings and store them in your body just in case they were needed. They're available like instant hot water, and feel this beautiful freeing feeling, this willingness, this commitment. Yes, I am willing to show up for myself, to bring in this soft energy with the sigh breath, to loosen the grip or the hold that it has on you, to trust and know that lighter thoughts await you. You're just one thought away from another softer, lighter thought, that your solutions are there, your answers, your clarity, your abundance, your comfort, your better health. That each time you do this, you're creating a new pattern of thought that will serve and bless you every time. Even if you don't feel like you're successful, just by being willing, it's going to take you to a place where you can access next time more easily that softer energy. That I have had conditions in my life that felt so overwhelming, that felt impossible, that felt so big, that felt life threatening for myself or my loved ones. And this has served me. And it will serve you, because connecting to source, to that infinite intelligence, that to that benevolent, loving God, universe, is going to create a different life for you. This morning, I woke up and I could see that there was two minds. One that felt such comfort and appreciation and joy, but then there was another line of thought that wanted to creep in, an old pattern of thought and habit of judgment. It's like, oh, I'm not where I want to be. Oh, there's these fearful possibilities looming over me. And I made a choice. I did my sigh breath. I said yes to feeling good, to appreciation. And that is huge. Just being willing. Keep taking those beautiful sigh breaths, and we're not accessing words. Oh, I'm connecting to a higher power. We're accessing feelings. The feeling of well-being, the feeling of this soft, expansive energy that's completely and totally there for you, that you came in pre-loved, pre-approved of, and pre-liked. That there's this joyful, beautiful, expansive energy, this potent, powerful energy guiding you, there for you, that loves you intimately, that sees the best within you, that doesn't have labels for you, doesn't have a list of all the naughty or wrong things that you did, but that completely and totally loves you. And let's breathe in that energy. Let's just take the last couple of moments, the last couple of minutes of this hypnosis session to breathe in that energy of infinite, unconditional love. And what does it feel like? It feels like this expansive energy that floods your scalp like the sun flowing. A beautiful sunny day when the temperature feels just right, imagining that joyful, loving energy, that energy of complete love and acceptance, flooding the scalp, bringing this peaceful feeling, this still feeling, this comfortable feeling to the brain. Feel it flood the facial muscles, dropping the jaw, loosening the neck so that your back is flooded with this comfort, this supportive energy, this deep, deep supportive energy. The shoulders dropping, the heart being flooded with this expansive, joyful, beautiful energy where you feel like it is safe to keep your heart open. To know we've all experienced loss. We've all experienced challenges. We've all been let down. We've let others down. But don't let that hold you back from enjoying and receiving this beautiful energy and love. Whether you have labels about yourself, about others, fears about the world, your family, your community, this is going to help. This is the place to go, the state of mind. Keep taking those beautiful breaths and let it flood you, relaxing, breathing easy, trusting in life and source and this expansive, beautiful energy. Let it become even more real than the problems, the worries, the fears, the conditions. And what does it feel like? It feels light, it feels comfortable, it feels peaceful. It feels freeing. It's a feeling of positive expectations and good things yet to come. Imagine doing it when you wake up in the morning. Imagine it when you go to the bathroom, when you go to eat or to drink something. Imagine it before you go to bed at night, using that beautiful sigh technique to welcome in the love, the light, and the feelings of well-being where your good lives. So if you had your eyes closed, go ahead and open them up, coming back into this time and place. I have all kinds of supportive hypnosis tutorials and meditations. The calm breath and the sigh breath are beautiful tools to access this expansive, joyful energy. Or my series with the love technique that I created during the pandemic. If you want to be part of my nurturing community, join my newsletter list. I give special offerings just for them, as well as my latest happenings. And I share a joy message each week and a reminder on Sundays with the link to join this Calling You to Joy hypnosis session. All right. Thank you, beautiful souls. Go to svensonhypnosis.com to find out more about my services and sign up for my newsletter community. Blessings and love.